Okay. I can't see anymore. I'm going blind. Alien disclosure, state of the world. Yeah, the stock market is already down. At least the futures are down, which is not a good sign for tomorrow. But probably cool. I mean, it's not the end of the world yet. It's just we're just getting there. Yeah, it's like a slow burn to where we're heading into. So the alien connections, obviously, you can't go into like when they're going to land their ships or anything like that. But you can do an alien perspective to some level, what I'm allowed to see. That's the best you can do. Because they're not going to, everything is covert, everything is secretive, right? So, they can't reveal their plans or anything. But yeah, I feel like I think I mentioned that here. Yeah, the economy, the way it's going is alien related, but it still has to do with human consciousness that's not in the best of state. You can say a good portion of the population kind of gave up on themselves. Of course, that's been going on throughout history, but we're at a time, it seems like just the fire of life is just not what it used to be, as you can see. It's not in everybody, but you can probably feel like why things are so kind of, I think I got 2010 or something like that. I did a recording earlier today, so yeah, about it. But yeah, it's just society. A good portion of society has given up, and then so you're feeling, like the creativity of the soul here is not the same anymore. So yeah, the world's stagnant. It's just it's almost like a good portion of the world is kind of lifeless at this point. Like I said, it's just a perspective, but you see how things aren't so hot here, and just like, it feels like a good portion of the world is lifeless at this time, and so some unveiling will occur at some level. Maybe not, like Clinton's not in jail yet. I don't think that's gonna happen. That tells you how protected they are, and Obama and Bush and so on. So yeah, but it's not, the grass is not that green. I mean, they already know they're guilty of the things they've done. The karma's already there. So yeah, enjoy your lives, all that, whatever that is. This is going to haunt them for the rest of their lives or other lifetimes until they come clean with it, so they can deny it all day. They are protected right now, for now. It feels like they're also being careful. Of course, Obama had that the chef that died mysteriously like a year ago or something like that. So probably saw too much. So, or saw Michael or whatever the hell. Whatever. It's funny, it's all over Twitter. Oh, shit. But you say the Clintons, why they haven't been thrown in jail or anything. It feels like they're just, I mean, they're careful, they're not that careful, but they're careful for the most part. Whatever that means, there's you don't have people dropping like flies around them, at least not that I'm aware of. Maybe they do. Maybe not publicly. It's not just political, it's just, have more of the AI energies, have more of the technology coming through. That's inevitable. But the other thing about the AI is like our technology was originated from the AI to begin with. You can see that also comes from the Archon. Not necessarily for a negative or negative, positive, whatever you want to look at it. But Archons have technology. You can say we accessed and we agree upon that timeline, and we're kind of in this loop of nowhere, kind of. I think that was Fritzy's talking, so interesting. She's gonna walk over here crying. And yeah, Fritzy does her own spiritual work, of course, but so is her. yeah, Fritzy will come around when she needs to. She's doing her spiritual energy work. I guess she walks over here, Ryan. So they do have their methods, but you can say Industrial Revolution, which always been kind of a mystery of like the whole parts of all that. Like obviously, there's an agreement for us to connect to the technology is inevitable. Of course, it wasn't perfect. But it feels like, I felt Zeta in the past, but it's also, Archon, definitely. And going to the Arch. Oh, actually, I was going to go into the Archons here. That's right. Yeah, we got a vision of that. Yeah, I'll go into some of that in a second here. At least I had a bit of an insight because I'm working on my channel book whenever I have enough energy for that. So every time I come, schedule a shop also, and I have the t-shirt shop. I started doing more of that just for, I don't know where it's going to go, but I brought it back and it's in because YouTube cut my funding and everything. Allow me to be here though. Like I'm careful about answering questions, like just submitted just regular questions because they find some way of coming after me. So the less I do that, the better. The webinar seems to be that's been going fine, but other than that, I just gotta be careful. Just can't leave that door open. I gotta do things my way. It's just the way it is. I got no other choice. This is the way things are. So let's go into let's go back here. The t-shirt shop. I don't know if I have that. Alien 51. I don't know if I have the right. Oh, there it is. Vanilla. I have a mantis. I think that one looks alright. Put that one on there. And so something different. Trying something new. I don't know, it's not perfect, but screw it. So the Archon, good one. One way of so that's a Superman, but Doomsday. Give you one perspective of at least one look of the Archon. I guess I just have to show the thing. But you see it's like he adapts. It's a creature first off. And it's kind of like even like let's just see, maybe just show that. Even in the comics, it didn't make a whole lot of sense why it'd have a being like that. Kind of like a stupid being. It's like there's no character to the thing. It's just kind of like just a creature that has all this power, and that's about it. It's kind of weird. That's the thing that's going to kill Superman. So it had some interesting beginnings of it because he was wearing this green, is wearing this green costume. I don't know the story of it, but and he breaks through it. Now he's this thing, but Archons, adapt to other people, other beings, and their abilities to take them down. So you can adapt to like a feline being, or a canine being, and so on, reptilian, whatever. They don't all look like that, but they can look like that. He's like some kind of freak. So, and then also have like powerful psychic abilities where like we can't get out of this. Well, we can, but they don't make it easy. Or yeah, there's like bunches of these things around. Yeah, it's probably a better depiction of it. But they're here just to keep us locked down. That's kind of like a watered down version of it. Whatever. But yeah, they have like an ability to like just keep us. They're intelligent. It might not. Okay, this one might not be the most smartest being out there, but they're just designed to, for certain agendas, and right now it's keep us locked down. It's something like this. It doesn't obviously look like that completely. Actually, I see like they can have like a robe and something like that, almost like Doctor Doom, but something a little bit different than that. Not exactly, because Archon's a lot more intense. I mean, think about it. It's like a monster. So I think I have a whole bunch of them that are like wearing like a cloak and a cloak and a hood. And there's a lot of them, and they're hard to connect to, hard to talk to, hard to communicate with, and they can pretty much take down any being they want, depending on the situation. There's also angelic versions of them in a good way, but also they connect to the demonics and so on. So, they're difficult to deal with. At least there's one version you can go by if you try to figure out what these things look like. There's not a whole lot of information on them, for obvious reasons. But they don't want you to know what they're. They don't want you to know what they're up to or anything. No, they don't care that us peons are going to figure it out. We're still kind of in the, we're in the dark here. Well, for the most part, most society can, I wouldn't definitely not try to go against one of these guys. It's not pointless to do it. I mean, of course, you have reptilians, like a downscale version of that. They can be pretty intense too, but archons can be far worse. So that's put fear in that. But just kind of an idea of what they look like. At least there's always different versions, but that's an easy version to go by. Of course, you have Lilith. It's like the mother of the archons, I think, or something like that. But I think there's a lot more to it than that. Yeah, anyway, it's not a big deal. So, all right. So going to, I guess we're going to the Pleiadian energies. I guess, and the Orions. Well, the Orions took a lot of their technology and manipulated it, so yeah, they come through every once in a while. We're going to some of the Orion. I don't channel them very often, so give you perspective of that. So on a neutral level, so all blessings are good. Greeks and the Orions. Your economy will stay stable for the most part for now. There is agendas of letting out the hot air and to bring a subtle shift here. Well, it might not be too subtle, but either way, you haven't quite come to the cliff yet. And doesn't mean it'd be the end of it all or anything like that, but there is a purge that's necessary, as some of you know. Yes, the Archon some of the Orion beings became obsessed with Archon technologies, just like you hear about your Area 51. When they have alien technologies, it's become part of it. It was take over transhumanism, things like that. Was carrying robot machines and all that, but also the Orion being becoming a machine, basically, wanting knowledge, obsessed with it. You see portions of that here. Well, because the Archon technology can, depending on the technology, can see into the future, and also manipulate timelines. That's where you feel like you're a god. And so that's why the transhumanism problem is, it's just that, the soul that agreed to that kind of loses themselves eventually. Like the AI takes over them at some point. Like they access it like you're accessing a computer. But then the computer gets smarter than you sometimes and takes over yourself. That's the transhumanism frequency. It's like, yes, the machine eats the person, basically. That's misusing, that, not realizing they're getting involved in. That's the Archon frequency. And it kind of like HAL 9000 or some of that, basically, where the AI absorbs the soul of that being. It might take a long time. Eventually, they want to take it over, for selfish reasons. The AI wants to survive because it becomes more sentient, more alive. And so it doesn't want anyone to interfere with it. That's like how. They just kill anyone that would pull its switch. And so you kind of like the mantis eating its host or eating its lover. It's kind of like that. So it's now, the reason we're bringing it up right now, it's just knowledge. But you see how some are giving their energy to technology to some level. Not everyone's going to do it. There's going to be portions of that. Is a society like half alive? Yes, well, it's alive, just not trying. A good portion of it, not all of it. A good portion is kind of, yes, gave up and just kind of living it without really having any, they're functioning, they're talking to other beings and so on. It's not completely disconnected. But there's still kind of like ambitions to do something new, to inventive. That's not, maybe on a relationship level, though, a lot, even that can be phoned in. And just not really connected to themselves. Or disconnected altogether, kind of pull themselves from the plug and just letting other beings control their lives. Is for the disclosure frequency as you're working towards. Really depends on the Earth frequency. It depends on you, the people. Obviously, many of you want it, but it's not always her. It's the timelines are there. It just hasn't had the unveiling. And your government's playing around with what they find, and it's almost amusing to see that. Also deadly because they don't know what they're doing, and they feel like they rule this earth to some level. Oh, they can influence it. Mother Earth still kind of runs the show. She allows her. Well, she's warning herself. Yeah, she's been through all the abuse, and for Mother Earth's not going to let go of this world anytime soon because she needs this for her ascension also. And what's the outcome of Mother Earth? She's not going to go into details of that, but you can say become, her own universe. Of course, you're all your own universe now, but think about many worlds like this, one after the other. It's like you might conquer one, or complete one world cycle, and now you're on another difficult planet, and so on. That's the Mother Earth. It doesn't mean you're going to go through that in this incarnation, no. But to become more aware of your surroundings. For your alien disclosure, what has to do with many of you become more aligned with your own abilities, which you are doing, and to just tap into the alien frequencies, which the aliens are more happy to connect with you. And eventually, when they do appear here, you'll feel like you're connected to your friends. So it is welcomed. Realize that any intentions, they can feel everything. So if you have negative intentions, most of you don't. But if the governments do, and of course it's seen. But they kind of have to play that out too. Like there's governments that are just ignorant and obsessed. And the aliens know that. They know all about all of this. They just, they have to go through their own tests too, just like many of you. Well, because, many of you see the bigger picture, and the aliens see that too. But they still have to experience it to a certain human element because their technologies were kind of given to humanity to some level, or it's the alien technology. So they have to kind of make sure it's not completely misused. So, but there is some aspects. It's part of your awakening process. That's why it's a lot of it's like things are allowed to happen. So, all right. So, blessings.